And we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome into another episode of Morning Ritual. Um, I'm one of your hosts, Anita. Sorry about the tech issues, everybody. We were having a little bit of trouble getting everything going this morning, but we are here. My other host is right over here.
Hello, that would be me. I'm Noir. Goodbye, I'm here. I think I was the main one getting my ass kicked by tech issues today, so I'm gonna rally back up to not being pissed.
It's all good. I, for some reason, could not get. Pretzels still keeps crashing on me, so I can't. I could not get any music going for today's stream either. So,
Oh
it's
no.
But we got an amazing guest for you today. What? Tell us a
Heck
little
yeah.
bit about yourself.
Hello, everyone. I am Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice. I'm a he, him. I am a storyteller. Award-winning Vampire the Masquerade storyteller. Jordan corrects me because I see Jordan in the audience. I am the co-founder of Rolling These 20s, all BIPOC group of TTRPG actual play performers. That's where I won the award from. I've done GMing for Roll20Con. I have my own stuff that I do on my own channel, D&D, actual plays. I've been a performer in so many actual plays at this point. I can't remember. It's kind of bad, but I do a lot of charity streaming and stuff like that. And I talk tabletop basically everywhere and make terrible puns. Speaking of terrible puns, it's probably my fault that you're having some technical issues because the Damp Daddy doesn't do well with electronics because you can't get moisture on them. I'm sorry, Jordan.
Did you just seriously come on here and say damp daddy?
I did indeed say Damp Daddy. That is a running joke from the Amphistrano campaign that we run on Saturdays. I decided I was going to make a Triton for that game.
Oh,
And
yeah, that makes sense.
he's a captain of a ship, and the ship is called the Damp Daddy because him and his friend, I'm playing the captain from Vault of Spire of Secrets, and you get a companion like to go with you, and that is a grung, and so we both need constant moisture. So our boat, because they're both parents, is called the Damp Daddy.
Oh. Oh, sorry. I just saw that chat is starting a damp/moist counter, and I've never stereotyped in my life.
Thank you so much, Lamia. I'm bringing the counter here.
I love when the guest community brings things over here because without context, that is terrifying.
I do use the word moist prolifically.
It hurts.
That's three.
That hurts.
Does it?
So I've got to ask. You got your award, GMing a Vampire the Masquerade game or being a player in it? I want to hear more.
No, it's GM. So
Yeah.
I decided to do the hardest thing ever when I decided to do tabletop, which was play all of my games online. So all of my first games that I ran, like long-term campaigns, were all streamed games. I never did production. I had never ran Vampire the Masquerade. I just kind of just jumped in and was like, let's do it. And that game went on for 2-ish years. Yeah, and I met some of the best people there during that game. That's really what got me to where I am. But yeah, I was running it as a GM.
I know that you have quite the presence in the Vampire the Masquerade community. I remember playing. I played a one shot, I believe, with you. And the almost said Vampire by Night. I'm Cooper by Night, folks.
Yes.
So
Your baby teeth in that one.
yeah, with my three sons. Can I just say, the Vampire the Masquerade has this aura of everybody being like cool and sexy and like dangerous. And listen, every game I played in, and it's only been maybe 2 or 3. Everybody else has been like real cool, real sly, and every time I've played, I've just been like a dork ass.
You really did decide to play the like nerdiest, like just mostly useless character, honestly. And it was the funniest thing because I was playing a character that was like so serious.
I loved it so much. But like you can't, like your character has like your character had the same like presence that I feel that you have in Vampire the Masquerade. Because I'll talk to people that I don't know you, and we'll talk about Vampire the Masquerade, and your name will come up.
That is a very humbling thing to hear, to be honest with you. Like, because the goal was not to get known for, doing games or anything like that. It was just like, I didn't see any other people of color running games. I would just go through the Vampire the Masquerade streams. And I'm like, man, there's just not.
It's fuck.
It's just not. And I was just like, I cannot go in my life and think that don't know people of color want to play as vampires. I'm like, I know so many thirsty ass horny people for vampires that somebody has to want to play games. And it was really funny because the reason the game came together was I think we were in Critical Barge chat for like a Black as Fuck roundtable or something like that. And we just kind of like, it was me and Ivy and Liz, the other 2 co-founders of it. We're like, let's do a vampire AP. And they were like, yeah, let's fucking do it. Why not? And then we just kind of linked up from there. I found another person of color who I had played Ironsworn. I found him on Reddit looking for a game. And then we just all linked up and just made it happen.
So I've gotta ask. 1, is the game still ongoing? And 2, February's coming up. You got any plans? You got any machinations happening in the background?
All right. First off, the game is wrapped. So you can watch from season 3 on Twitter, because back when I first started, we did not have affiliate on our channel, and they weren't keeping our streams for very long, and I did not know that when I first was starting. So we lost basically 2 seasons worth of content.
Oh,
but
that's not a sting.
But I said in the 3rd season I did a basically a reboot because I wanted to use less assets from Renegade, or well, they've been all kinds of companies since then, but less stuff from the actual vampire stuff. And I started making my own characters and backgrounds. I was running the game in Philly where I live, and I wanted to bring some stuff that was very unique to the city, and so I brought that to the game upon the reboot.
So you say that you're making your own assets. Were you doing the art, or were you commissioning out artists? And who were they, if you don't mind me asking?
So no art, actually. Most of the assets, were like just sketches from my wife or just random stuff that I found. We didn't really show any art stuff on the internet, so like inspiration pictures and stuff like that, Pinterest boards. But the characters and the backgrounds for the characters. I started writing out like, oh, this is going to be the Prince of Philly. This is what he did when he was alive. This is what he's done as Kindred. This is his personality. These are the people he works with, so on and so forth. So I built the world, and I built it around places that I had been in Philly. So I would walk around the city in my downtime and take pictures. I'd go outside, take pictures, and bring them back and post them on our Roll20. So people are like, this is the place that you are at for this Elysium. Or this is the place where you're having like a mega fight. Like I went down to like the docks at in South Philly, and I took pictures so that the players could see where they would be on the night, what kind of security they'd be looking at, all kinds of stuff. I did my research because I was like, if it's going to be in this city, I want the players, the people who aren't from this city, the people who are watching, if they have questions, I would post, here's where this is on Google Maps. You can see it. So that people would have good points of reference. So it feels like the city. And I did a lot of like learning about the history of the city. It actually inspired me to learn a lot more about Philly. I've been here for 7 years when I started that campaign, I think. And I was just like, oh, this made me learn so much more about Philly by researching for a fake vampire game, like,
no, that's cool as hell. That is cool as hell. But I'm going to go back to the other question, which was, you got anything in the works? You got any new?
I was avoiding that one.
I saw
So, ideally, next year, if my work schedule calms down from what it is right now, I'll be running a werewolf game.
Yes.
I do want to run werewolf. I've done a lot of research. I built out a lot of the world. It's also going to be Philly based, but it's going to be in a different place than South Philly, like this one was located. I saw a lot of a spill on that, but I've done a lot of research to do werewolves. I think werewolves in a city setting and dealing with like what economic or neighborhood development looks like and how that changes where werewolves can actually live could make for a very interesting story.
I am eager to see what you do here. Pardon me. I'm a big fan of the Werewolf the Apocalypse.
I've never played in one. I've never I've only referenced it in my vampire games. I did a bit of research then, but since V5 came out, I was like, this is something I have to do.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. Is that gonna be another all BIPOC cast as well?
Absolutely, 100%.
That's what we like to see here. So I'm kind of curious. What lessons have you learned from? I mean, it sounds like you started from absolute ground, zero with in terms of experience with producing, running, and managing a show, and now I imagine that you've learned quite a bit. What would you say would be the number one thing that you've learned from beginning to now?
Ooh. I mean, what aspect, I guess, is the good question there. Like,
I guess the better way I should ask this question is, what advice would you of now give yourself at the beginning of this?
Persistence pays off, but don't kill yourself doing it. I took on way too much then. And while in some ways that helped get me out in front of people and get to know a lot of people and, make a lot of good friends and business connections, I was so burned out that I just kind of ran myself into the ground saying yes to everything. And that wasn't entirely necessary. But, the hustle culture that we kind of build up here had me thinking that you have to do all of the things in order for anyone to notice you.
I think it's sad. like 100+ folks by now, and that is a phase that I feel like almost everybody has gone through, is going through, or is headed towards. Like, of just just trying to stand out, to the point where it becomes detrimental to mental and physical health. So I'm glad that you got past that. It's that's a rough going. That's rough
I
going.
mean, it's just kind of like the culture we come up in, like that you just have to work so hard for every little thing. And like, don't get me wrong, I think to an extent, all that work I did definitely got me a little bit further ahead than if I didn't. But I don't know if it was worth it. You know what I mean? Like I struggled to figure out where was the point where I could have slowed down.
Yeah.
I still don't know that, but like I know that there was a point where I should have done that because it was detrimental to both myself and my relationship. I was just doing too many things. Now, luckily, my wife loves me enough to stay with me, but it was definitely a lot because I mean I was working when I started working my job. I was working a full-time job, and I'm running games, 5 days a week. Some of them paid, some of them unpaid, and trying to like fit in, opportunities, going to conventions, any kind of meetings to get stuff off the ground, and then still try to be creative after, working an 8 to 10 hour day at work at the same time is a whole thing.
Yeah, I truly, people truly don't understand how much it takes to work a full-time job Monday through Friday, and then to do this on top of it, and to remain consistent, and to put out good product, and to like not fall asleep on the camera. Like, it's a whole lot. So kudos to you, man.
Before we get to our next point, Dimples, would I be able to get you just to turn your gain down a touch, because I've sort of been you're a little hotter than Noir is, so I'm just trying to get us at the same level here. Sorry,
all good.
Everybody. I'm still trying to suss out the gremlins in the machine.
Let's do this.
Sam goes, I promise you no standing here otherwise. God damn it.
That's
Mom
Sam.
says I can't play anymore. I need to go to bed. No, but well, let's work the sound stuff out first, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that squared away.
No worries.
You're all good.
I'll
It's just a little hotter than everybody else. Which
Is that any better?
juice pouring
get to
ASMR.
say a couple more words from you.
I have a couple more words at any time in any place.
You're still really peaking. So just like
Hee-haw.
you're hitting the top end of the gain spectrum here. It's like, I'm sorry, everybody. Fuck it. We're doing it live. I probably should cut to break for this, but
That's fine.
Now let them watch. Let them
watch me struggle, everybody. Thank you.
Noir vamp. So hey guys, how's it going?
How about the Game Awards?
Let's see. What should we vamp about? Well, did everybody have fun at PAX? I hope you did. I wasn't over here jealous that I wasn't there. I wasn't sad. I didn't open up Instagram and immediately throw my phone. Well, this crew is specialized in vamping. God damn, you got 2 of them. God damn it, you got 2.5 because I stopped. I had brunch with Dimples. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Okay, all right. Well, this is kind of like brunch.
Now I can't hear you at all. Because you muted yourself on meats.
We want to see the sausage being made. Listen, as somebody that actually watched a hot dog being made in high school, no, you don't. No,
How did I mute myself on Neats? I didn't even click this tab.
Somehow you muted yourself, and I have no idea how.
All right, is this any better? I turned my volume down on my mic.
That is a lot better. Yeah.
All right.
Excellent. I
We
don't
did
know
it!
how it went up as high as it did.
Yeah.
Apologies, everyone. Thank
Oh,
you,
okay.
technology and Microsoft.
You know what I just found out? Zoom is not supported by Windows 11 technically. They're like, if you go to the Zoom website, they're like, well, technically it's not supported, but it should still work.
That would explain a lot.
Is there a goddammit Sam channel plate redemption? No, but there probably should be.
Probably should be.
Specifically for this show. But now that we're back at it, we have some standard questions that we ask every guest, and I feel like now's the time to just bite the bullet and get into it. So I'm just gonna fucking do it. Dimples.
Please note that I am shameless.
God, that does not instill confidence in me for what's about to happen. There is a silent war going
Some
on
people
in
it's a loud war.
in the TTRPG space.
Oh boy, here we go.
There are those who see these as storytelling devices that you roll. You see the results, you apply them, and you continue telling the story. And then there are others of us who see these as the forbidden candy to be crunched on. Note that I say crunch because there's a difference between crunch and crotching. Crotching is when you put something in your mouth and chew it that's not supposed to be digested. Crunching is when you just crunch something that's crunchy and you eat it. They specifically want to crunch dice, even though it is a choking and a dental hazard. And then there are those of us who want to defend those dice because you don't put dice in your mouth. Dimples, I have to ask you, what side of this war are you on? Are you on the side of the dice defenders that want to save lives? Are you on the side of the crunchers who want to propagate a unhealthy activity for others to be inspired by and to their own detriment? Or there is the third side that is just fucking cowards who will refuse to choose a side either way. So there's dice defenders, and there's crunch crew, and then there's crunch responsibly. So which side of this war are you on?
I think the answer is very simple for me. My name on the internet is Dimples and Dice, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Imagine if I was a cruncher. The whole Dimples and Dice thing wouldn't work anymore because the teeth, not good. So I'm sorry. The dice don't go in your mouth because they go in your hands. And you know what? Your hands are fucking gross.
They're gross. I know what I do with my hands. It's disturbing.
Did you say it's disturbing? No. I don't know.
Just follow-up questions that you're not brave enough to hear the answer.
I started and I was, nope, we're not going there. Nope, that's another show.
That's evening rituals.
That's midnight summoning.
So we have a dice defender, which it feels good because we've had a number of crotchers back to back. We've had people come on this show, look me dead in my eyes through the camera and put dice in their mouth.
Dice in their mouth, yeah.
At me, like they are crunching at me, and it's just nice to have a civilized individual show for once.
You know, if you'd have caught me about 10-ish years ago, I might have been on the other side of this.
When you see dice defenders, it's all about wisdom. It's all about foresight. You know.
Exactly. I've learned too much to put dice in my mouth.
We are the wisdom elders trying to protect our foolish young. So usually there's a question that follows this. If you were to have said you were a crotch crew, I would give you the punishment question, but you're not. So I'm going to give you a fun question, which is, you are the God Emperor of the TTRPG space. Any 3 things you want to happen, you snap your fingers and boom, it happens. What changes do you make to the TTRPG space?
Ooh. Okay, number 1, I would balance the scales. And what I mean by that, I would make it so that Dungeons and Dragons is not the most popular tabletop role-playing game in the world. I would make that not be the thing. Because I think there's a lot of other, I won't say more interesting because that's very subjective, but a lot of other very interesting and fun games that people would probably play if it had the same if they had the same resources and reach as D&D does. So that would actually keep from, well, that probably caused the same arguments, but I don't care. What? Oh, go ahead.
I'm just imagining like all the TV shows that reference Dungeons and Dragons now referencing other TTRPGs, and that just makes
Call of Cthulhu. Just think of
Community, instead of having a D&D episode, they had a Monster Hearts episode.
Exactly, like just something else, right?
That would be so horny. Are you kidding me?
Exactly, though.
They had to have a character in blackface and say it's because he's a drow.
Oh, that's true.
I'm sorry, I'm still bitter about that.
Rightly so.
God Emperor of tabletop. Ooh, I would make tabletop games where you have to have minis less fucking expensive, so I could actually play them.
I want to play Warhammer so bad.
Dude, I was so tempted while I was at PAX. That big ass Space Marine standing there every time. I was just like, I was at Gen Con. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, this is gonna be the day I break. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be the one.
I fucked up and played a sample game, and I was just,
oh no.
Yeah, I was like, for the Emperor, but I ain't got that kind of money though.
It was a skirmish set.
Yep. Yeah, it was April Ray gun almost got me. And then I think, well, I mean, there's a bunch of big ones like eliminating fantasy racism and stuff like that. And I'm like, yes, that stuff's important, but people will find some other ignorant shit to do. So instead, I would just make it so that any of the random arguments that people have, or like evaluations of like the Grand Theft Auto trailer.
Oh my god, GTA gone woke.
I would just make all of that conversation just disappear. Like if someone goes to type it in, they hit enter, the words just go away. They just disappear from the world. You couldn't even get people pissed off. You couldn't get yourself pissed off enough, because as soon as you start typing it and you go to hit enter to send that tweet or whatever ignorant shit you're about to say, just gone. Instantly.
So okay. You picked the right one. I enjoyed this one. How the fuck is GTA woke? Because they were showing cheeks. It doesn't make sense to me. All right.
My thought was, have you been to South Florida? Like, I have been to South Florida. I have seen what was in that trailer in real life during Memorial Day weekend. This looks like real ass Florida. Let's fucking go. Give me real life here.
It just makes no fucking sense. As soon as they see as soon as they see a film presenting individual in any part of the game or the narrative that has any importance, all of a sudden it's woke. You motherfuckers don't know what the fucking phrase woke means.
They really don't. It is. Every time I hear someone use woke now, it makes me cringe. I'm just like,
I prefer to just say the N-word at this point. Like, just stop. It's woke doesn't mean that. It just doesn't. They took the word and they're just bastardizing it so badly. It should be legal for us to kick white men in the nuts that say the word woke.
oh man. I would love to kick Ron DeSantis in the nuts. Just give me one chance. I would kick him in the nuts like an NFL punter.
I would kick him in the nuts like Chun-Li. I'd just be fucking minutes on end spamming that kick button. Oh God, I used to like do y'all remember Redbone? Childish Gambino?
Yeah.
Like, that was the pinnacle. Oh, it felt so good in my black. But now my black hurts every time some decrepit, old creeper looking motherfucker stands in front of Congress and just says, "We woke."
Somebody with Mitch McConnell's jowls is just yelling at you right now. The woke.
Cause somebody kicked that turtle. I'm so sick of Mitch McConnell being alive. Like I never thought.
Listen, and these motherfuckers live forever.
Yeah,
look how long Henry Kissinger lived. I was like, is evil a fuel? I want to know.
Like, how many war crimes you gotta do to fucking live to 100 casually?
He was chilling.
Just vibing, not hooked up to no machines, just thriving off the evil he committed for the first half of his life, and then just died comfortably in his fucking bed.
I hates it.
The Grim Reaper is not doing his job right. I'm sorry, Grim Reaper, but you gotta step it up, because there's too many of these old evil motherfuckers out here just living, being alive, and them being alive make my neck itch. I hate it. I wake up every day and my neck itches, and I'm like, fuck, Mitch McConnell is still alive.
It's still alive.
I don't have to look at the internet. I don't have to read no newspapers. I just check my neck, and I know if that evil motherfucker is still out here inhaling, and then has the audacity to exhale continuously on cycle. Does anybody remember George W.'s vice president? What was his name? I can't fucking remember.
Dick Cheney.
Dick Cheney. That motherfucker literally doesn't have a heart, and he's still alive. They put a Tesla battery engine in this motherfucker's chest, and he's still out here shooting his friends while they going duck hunting. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you needed that. That's good. Get it out. Get that evil out.
You gotta apologize, shit.
I mean,
he shot somebody. Like, he straight up shot somebody in the fucking woods and just walked away.
That's why honestly, this gonna be an unpopular opinion. Rappin's dead. Rappin's dead because there's nothing you can say that's more gangster than I'm the vice president of the United States and I shot my buddy in the face. I literally don't have a heart. Do something about it. Like, at that point, wrap the game up. If he spat what he did on the 16 bars, that'd be it. Oh, you're right. The guy that got shot was the one that had to apologize. Wrap up.
Right. No, that's the fucked up part about the whole story, right? Like, he had to apologize. It was like, I was in the way of his bullets. All that pellet that I ate in my face, that was my fault. Apologies, Mr. Vice President. Holy shit. That's a real thing that happened.
with getting shot by Yo Gun. Oh God.
As Kanye West said, no one man should have all that power.
I'm still tweaking on the fact that this motherfucker quite literally does not have a heart. He's got an artificial fucking Dyson vacuum in his chest, and he's just out here living his best life, and he is not going back and forth with you niggas. Like,
You think about the fact that like we got people who out here trying to eat from the dollar store, and this dude is a goddamn cyborg.
like that's why I fucking hate this timeline. We got all these billionaires, and listen. I don't even care if one successfully did the Batman thing. I just want to see one of them try. Like, I want to see a billionaire be like, I'm finna fight crime, and I just want to see what happens. But they won't even give me that. These selfish motherfuckers.
Yeah, that would involve them actually caring about people.
Like, and the fucked up thing is, like, honestly, if any of us were to try and fight, what's the guy that invented Facebook's name?
Mark Zuckerberg.
If any one of us actually tried to fight Mark Zuckerberg, he would fuck us up. This motherfucker has been training.
He looks like a goddamn like cyborg. He looks like some shit out of Cyberpunk.
Here's the deal, though. Like, 1v1 maybe, but he can't take all of us. Billionaires can't take all of us.
I cheat. Fuck that. I'm not trying to be out here having fair fights. With billionaires? This shit ain't fair. I'm gonna bite you. I'm gonna pepper spray you. Like, I'm gonna do all kinds of
the pepper spray is
poke you in
easy
your
for when you eventually
eyeballs.
eat the rich.
Exactly. I have no shame. You want to put me in a fight with a billionaire? I am going to do some of the most fucked up shit you've ever heard. I want to see Vampire the Masquerade in real life.
Oh my God, Dimple's just full on attitude. but my thing is, like, all of these rich motherfuckers are training in MMA and BJJ and all that kind of shit. But none of them are trying to fight crime. They got the money, they're buying the toys, they're doing the training, they just don't have the empathy. Like,
Elon Musk has a super suit somewhere. That motherfucker does. He's built that stupid truck that he built. I bet you he has Iron Man armor somewhere. And he just uses that shit to swim around a pool or something.
Diablerize the rich. Nice.
Yes, Diablerize the rich. Absolutely. Oh no, though. Think about having, like, if you do Diablerie for real, and you got Mark Zuckerberg stuck in your head for the rest of your existence.
Wait, when you Diablerize somebody, they get stuck in your head?
You get a little piece of their soul. They might stick around with you. You might end up with some like Cyberpunk having Johnny Silverhand stuck in you.
Yeah, that's like then you would become the rich that you consumed.
Imagine Elon Musk telling you his stupid ideas.
Well, that actually won't be so bad because he's never had an original idea in his life.
Oh no, they're all bad. You should work 16-hour days.
God, I hate them so. Like, I don't know. I think it was after Black Friday. The CEO of Walmart comes out and he goes, "Guys, I got bad news. Deflation. It looks like it might be coming. Things are gonna get cheaper." Like, with his full chest, he's telling people, like, things are gonna get cheaper. It's a problem. Like, are you motherfuckers really that out of touch with humans?
In Canada, we got the opposite. The CEO of one of our major grocery chains, Galen Weston, told Canadian consumers that they can expect their grocery bills to go up by about $1 billion over the course of next year.
Oh,
He
Bro,
he just came out and said that.
bro.
And groceries in Canada are stupid expensive right now, anyways.
Groceries everywhere are stupid expensive.
A bag of carrots that is picked in Ontario, sold in an Ontario grocery store, is $3. That same bag of carrots is selling in Pennsylvania for 97 cents.
yeah. Yeah.
Suck it, Canada.
I can't help that was my first thought, but I had the good sense not to say it. Very good, Noir.
I need it to be known. I fucking hate this country. I really do. But the instinctual reflex to like flex when we do something better than another country, it's there. It's there.
These colors don't run, baby! USA!
Oh God, I've heard that too many times.
Suck it, Canada, with your expensive carrots and your universal health care.
God damn. Okay, wow. Wow, Rashadi really.
Yeah, then you gotta just like, oh shit, all right. I
added a lot of
win.
to the red, white, and blue shit we had going on over here. You made a bald eagle cry with that comment.
Yeah, Canada be like, leave us alone. That was terrible. I said I got bad puns for days.
I thought that you were. I thought that the captions picked you up, Nora, saying red, white, and blue shield, which is actually a pretty good pun too.
I wish I could have said that, but I didn't. We got all the way off track.
We really did.
Hating billionaires will do that to you.
Listen, terrible politicians to billionaires. It's a natural progression in my head.
All right, but going back to your three changes to the TTRPG space. First was everything is balanced. D&D is not the dominant force on the scene. Number 2 was I'm trying to remember. My brain is made out of spaghetti. This is where I vamp long enough for somebody to remind me what number 2 was. I'm gonna just keep going.
I'm trying to remember what I said for number 2.
It was.
That's what happens. Just
bad takes get sent to the shadow realm of social media.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that is correct.
Wait, that was number 3.
Oh yeah, that was number 3. What was number 2?
This is the worst. Oh shit! Now I'm trying to remember.
No, kicking people that said woke was my that's some dumb shit that I said. Oh no, but it came because we were talking about the woke. Oh no, but that was the internet comments. That would have happened.
What was it? Chat, if you remember number 2, please. We're begging. We are so bad at this.
We don't know.
We got so far off track. My brain was just like,
it was gone.
I can still hear it flying, jetting across there. And I'm like, please come back. I need you.
How the fuck have we done so many episodes of this shit and we're still so bad at it?
120.
Everybody, you get your ass back here. If we gotta suffer, you suffered with us. Alright, we'll just create a new number 3 then, because it never happened.
Well, fuck. Now I gotta think again.
That pressure's off of me, and it's just on the guests, as a good host does.
How about in lieu of that, we do you have a new God Emperor idea, Noir? Because I can come up with one as well.
You want me to do my 3?
I mean, I was just thinking in lieu of the one that has disappeared into the ether. We could each do one. I was gonna say that pay your editors.
Ooh.
Pay your editors. And pay them well. And have maybe someone else check their work. Maybe get 2 editors. That's it.
That sounds more like a petty pride time.
That does a little. I think all editors and all people that help with books, like getting them laid out, getting them edited, getting them ready for consumption, they need to be paid more. That'll be my
I did a
like
whole
we'll
panel on
funnel
this in
we'll funnel like a
Gen
little
Con.
bit of that WotC money into paying for good editors.
All right, I've got a dumb as fuck thing, but here we go. This is gonna be it. It's gonna be very elaborate because I had 3, but I'm gonna morph them all into one.
Oh God, here we go.
One, I want every major metropolitan city in the United States, oh no, just in the world, fuck it, we'll do the world, to have an established and accessible studio program for upcoming APs, and AP producers, GMs, and players, right? Number 2, I want all of these studios to participate in a Hunger Games type storyline where they all work together to run one actual like Hunger Game type story, right? And people can actually vote in for the players that they want to survive. And then we have a winner. And I want this to be like a yearly Olympic type TTRPG event. I think it would be fun. I think it would draw in money. I think it'd be a great way to expose new talent. And I think it'd be something worth doing. That is the change that I would make. Just one massive storyline that whittles down into a smaller one over time, where player or audience feedback actually guides the story, and people get paid for it, and people get exposure from it, and it's accessible. That is my stupid idea.
I love it. I think isn't there like a Hunger Games or a Survivor style RPG that just came out? I think from Evil Hat, maybe. Is Evil
Yeah.
Hat that came up with it?
I think so. I don't know.
It's the
Tell
one
me
that has a
this.
can
I
of
haven't
beans.
heard.
I think it's called Survival Island or something like that. But
Yeah.
one of the Kickstarter backings has a label that you could stick over top of a can of beans. And it's the branded beans for the island.
Very nice. I mean, if I was going to come up with the easy one for low hanging fruit, though, I'd be like, how about we use safety tools at all tables?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I like that. I like
It's not that hard. It's not that hard, and your players will have a much better time, and the GM will have a much better time too.
Yeah, never
Very
forget
simple.
that GM is a player too.
Hmm.
And
Deathmatch
Please don't.
Island. Thank you, Morshadi.
go fuck yourself.
Was that the follow up to thank me thanking Morshadi? Was how he could fuck himself?
The timing was questionable.
You know, Rashadi know what they did. I'm just kidding. You know I love you. I'm just kidding. Don't be like that, baby. No, I was talking about people who forget that the GM is also a player.
Yes.
Those people can go fuck themselves.
True.
Yeah.
Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. We do have a follow-up question, which is you get to play with any 5 people that are alive right now. You get to choose who's the GM and what system you're playing. You do not count towards the 5. What's your table look like?
Can we come back to that one? Because I need a minute to think of that. I don't want to have y'all waiting here in suspense, but I am going to write these down as we go.
This is the punishment question. If you were to have been a crotcher, I would have said no. I need my answers right now. But because you're not a crotcher and you're a dice defender,
I'm literally like pulling out a piece of paper and a pen right now
every time you're like,
because I'm over here like who gets eliminated, who gets to second. I got too many fucking people. Who's gonna be mad?
look at the panic. I do feed off of the panic. But no, does this make me biased? Some might say so. Would they be right? There's really no way to know. So while you're putting that together, I will also do a table of 5 that I would like. The system, it will be the Fantasy Flight Star Wars system.
Okay.
The GM will be me. The players will be John Boyega. We're gonna do this right this time.
Okay.
I'm also going to pick Megan the Stallion. Because I want Megan the Stallion in Star Wars.
Okay.
In what role? I do not care. But I want her there. Then we're gonna go with Future. I want Future in Star Wars.
All right.
But how can Future be in Star Wars when it takes place a long time ago?
Got him.
As always, I will have Abria at the table.
Solid, solid.
And I'm going to top it off with Cat Williams.
Bruh, what are you doing?
I don't fucking know anymore.
This is unhinged.
It really is.
You telling me you don't want to see Cat Williams as a space pimp in Star Wars?
Bruh. No. No. Now I'm over here thinking of Cat Williams playing
Pimp named Slickback?
huh?
A pimp named Slickback?
Yeah, but in Star Wars.
Isn't that just Lando Calrissian?
Wow, how dare you? I can't believe you would fucking say that. Just because he's black, Anita does not make him a pimp. How dare you?
I don't know. He's pretty quick to sell Leia to the Empire. And Han to the Empire.
That's a scoundrel. That's not...
All right, how many people am I supposed to have?
5.
All right, I think I got 5. All right, so system. I mean, I guess. Ooh, that's the hard part, right? Like that's really what I'm thinking about. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna go with Cyberpunk.
Ooh.
For my system. I would have, first off, N.K. Jemisin be my GM. I would invite Lou Wilson.
Yeah.
Questlove.
Oh, this table fucks already.
Zazie Beetz. uh, Fairbear or Farron, who's a player I played very much with, but I think would be the right kind of chaos for my game. And I'd invite Brennan because I believe that Brennan and I would feed off of each other and make the game impossible for NK Jemisin to handle. And I think that would be fucking hilarious.
When you said Zaza, I thought you were going to say Z-Way.
No. I feel like Zazie B's energy would be right for the table. I don't know her, but I think it'd be right for this table.
No, I would want.
And then we have to have our token white person. So that's also part of the reason why Brendan's there.
You know, African Americans, and also Mark.
Rocking with Mark.
Also, Brandon, you rocking with Brandon because Brandon's rocking with.
I was like, I think he could make this work. And he's super pale, and it'd be fucking hilarious to see him just get red, not just dealing with the table that we'd have.
Fucking Questlove, though. That's a good choice.
It's a good pull for sure.
That's a good pull. Lou would totally be his comfort player for sure. Like, this is a question. I'm curious to know if this is just a me thing or if this is something other people adhere to. You ever get brought to a new table by somebody that you're comfortable playing with? Like, do you ever kind of lean on that player in that particular table until you get used to everybody else? Is that just a me thing?
It depends, because sometimes I know instantly, like, oh, I'm gonna fuck with this table, and we're gonna get it. I have a good like nose for filling out people really quickly, and so I can quickly tell, okay, this is gonna be a table I have to lean on someone like that for, or I'm about to start chaos with all of you, and you all will understand where I am.
I like to consider that person my comfort blanket player.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of the reason why I picked Fair for like if we're gonna run one, because I was like, Fair, I know, and if all these other people I don't necessarily rock with, I rock with Fair, and I know I'll have that person to depend on. But I don't think this table would be a problem for me.
So, in that case, now that we all understand the concept of the CBP, the comfort blanket player, who would you say are your 3 CBPs?
Ooh, that's a great question. That's tough. Well, I know Fair is one of them.
Let's make CBP a thing, everybody. Comfort blanket players. You got the definition. Go out there and make it a thing.
Fair Bear is definitely one of them. I would also say April Raygun. That's the homie. The other half of the brain cell, both of those two. And then, who would else be my comfort blanket player? I don't know if I have a third one necessarily. Because I'd have a bunch of ties. Because I'm like, oh, who would I leave out? Like this now I'm starting to like eliminate, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just pick my 2. I know you want a third.
That's cool. The undisputed 2.
We're like a tripod, and then the brain cell sits in the middle of the tripod, and every now and then one of us reaches out and grabs it for a little bit, and then puts it back into the middle.
You know, let's get rid of the arbitrary pick 3. Like, who are your CBPs?
Oh no, I'm not picking anymore now. No, you ain't getting me in trouble. Fuck that.
I think
no. Well, being more seriously, I have a crew of players that I play with that I know I'm always gonna have a great time with. I think this is part of the reason why people say tabletop RPG is kind of cliquey. It's not necessarily cliquey. To me, I think it's just a level of comfort that people have with certain people, and you don't want to go and have to try to find that again. That's hard. and it's not like that feeling out period. It doesn't always work out the same. Like I found my players, Thonic kids, and we just rocked together. Like it just happened instantly, and we just knew like we're all gonna get along. This is gonna ride forever. These are the homies, right?
Absolutely. I think that's why I like the idea of the CBP so much, because that I feel like those are the folks that are the antithesis of the cliquey nature of things. They're like, hey, I'm also in this group. Let's pull you over here as well. And like, I will be that shield. I'll be that comfort the blanket to get you comfortable enough to then become part of this group. And like, I feel like there are certain people in this space that do that very often. I know that's one of the things that I try to do, which is to introduce as many people to as many groups as possible. So like, yeah, I think those are the all stars out here, and I think I want to make this a permanent segment where we give them their roses.
I'll throw it on the list.
I mean, if you watch some of the stuff that I've been in, like some of the most fun games I've had have been with, you know, Bully, Summit Stories, Rachel at Summit Stories, April Raygun, Wes Franks or Thirst Trap Moth on the internet from Carrion Comfort, and Ben Vox. Like,
Ben!
Right? Like that's my go-to crew of people that I know 100% every single time that we sit down at a table, we are going to have a great time. Period. And so this is why we've like switched spaces GMing. All of us are like running through a game that we run for each other. Like we hung out at PAX. Cause like these are like the first time we sat at a table, it was instant chemistry sort of thing. And it's not to say that I haven't built that chemistry with other people, but it is never like I'd never had that group where I sat down and was like, all right, I fucks with all of you. Session 0. And then we've been friends since.
Okay. Hey, I'm kind of curious about another experience. So I'm gonna add. So have you ever been at a table with your CBP or CBP? Yeah, CBP, and you realize that this is not the table for the both of you? Because I enjoy that experience as well, where it's just like, I'm glad I'm here with you because this would have been awful if I were by myself.
I've had a couple one-shots like that. And there's been one longer campaign that I was in where like, it wasn't a bad game or anything like that, but it was like, I wasn't necessarily grokking with everybody the same. But I had my one player, and I'm not trying to name names because I don't want people trying to guess which game I was in or anything like that. But I had my one player. I was like, okay, I'm glad I have you here because we are on the exact same wavelength right now.
I'm so glad that you also had this moment because it's just like, I feel like there's a meta that can't be explained, but if you've experienced it, then you kind of pick up on what I'm putting down, where it's just like the moment where you kind of lock with them for a second and you both, without having to say anything.
We didn't say nothing. Like, it was just like,
it's just you and me, buddy.
Okay. Then you just kind of like typing on Discord or whatever messages, and like, we on the same page about this, right? And they're like, and I'm like, all right, cool. Okay. It's not just me. I'm just making sure it wasn't just me, because like I've had that moment where I'm like, okay, maybe this is just me feeling like shit's off, and then no, someone's like, nah, you're on the same page. We right here.
Because sometimes some of the shit that happens is just so brazen. You need another human being to be like, no, that just happened. Like,
I'm checking to see if I'm losing my shit by myself, or is this like a thing that's actually happening? And then when someone else confirms it, you're like, okay, cool, I'm good. Because otherwise, I was like questioning myself because it shouldn't be like this obvious. But is this we good?
like, that person is so necessary and is such a pillar of the community, because I can't tell you how many times I would have thought I was taking crazy pills if I didn't have that one person that's I've been at the table with before just hold it down and go, no, you are not going cuckoo, this is wild.
Hmm.
Oh.
Absolutely.
And I know
So
that a
if
lot
you-
of our medium is digital, but I swear there are moments where you make eye contact with that comfort play and you're like,
Oh, it doesn't matter. It could be Zoom, and both of you just look at the camera with the exact same look. It's not even just like it's the same look you're giving to the camera because you know that other person is looking at you too, and you're like, yeah, and you're just nodding.
I've had whole conversations that only lasted a second with no actual words, just fucking eye contact and body
Yep.
movement.
just that nod and just. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
My giveaway. I shouldn't even fucking be saying this. But
The paragraph stare.
like I've had somebody catch me on my laugh, like because the shitty person is probably doing something shitty to be funny, and you know you're at the table. Sometimes you're just like, ha ha ha. I just got one game, and I had 3 fucking messages pop up like, "Oh, you mad?" I was like, damn.
My problem is like I struggle keeping a straight face. So and when I do keep a straight face, I usually try to see if I can make someone else lose their straight face. So I will like, if I notice something awkward or weird or something that feels strange happen, I'm gonna make a joke out of it, and I'm a DM my CBP like, yo, hey. And then just send like some of the most fucked up shit I can send them and just wait for their reaction. Just wait for them to see the message. Just sitting here like. And then I see them break and I'm like.
Got him.
yeah,
If you know somebody that is your CBP, give them $1, give them a hug, just give them something, say something nice to them, because they are I've been thinking about this concept for a little bit this week, for no particular reason.
Uh-huh.
It's just like, yeah. Oh, CBP is your comfort blanket player. So the short version of the concept is if you're at a new table with somebody that you've played with before, that person that you played with before is your comfort blanket player, because if this table turns to shit, at least you're solid with this person, so you're not in the shit alone.
I mean, I'm a therapist's face, but it takes effort. I am sure.
Those straight faces here on my faces.
same.
Oh, all right. I think that's all our questions. We got the table, which was a fucking dope table. We found that we got a Dice Defender in the house, so it's gonna be a good episode today. We found out the 3 things that we would change in the TTRPG space.
Yep.
Yeah. There's one last thing. What would you say your signature move as a player is? Like, what is that thing as a player that you feel you bring to the table better than most?
Oh, I I am the one that brings the moments of levity to most tables. I know when to break something with comedy or like, take a moment that's very heavy and bring it back to earth. I think a lot of people like because I run so many horror games, people think that like I run super heavy, oppressive games. And my games can be that at times. But I remember that like people deal with horrible things a lot of times with humor or laughing or dancing or drinking or doing whatever they have to do to take a step away from that. And I keep that as part of whatever character I'm playing or GMing a table so that my players and the other people around me don't get bogged down in the trauma that comes with these things because you want to run dark stuff, but you don't want it to feel like something that people don't want to come back to. You want them to be a part of that. You want them to dig into it. You want them to find the answers, but you don't want them to be like, wow, that was horrible. And it felt that. And while it's great to explore those things, I don't want to come back because it's too much.
Yeah. That is a dope signature. That makes me want to bring you to the table. All right. I see you. I see you. Well, is there anything else that you wanted to ask Anita before we go to our break and be human for a few minutes?
Well, shit. Now I want to know your CBP.
Oh, my
That's a good
CBPs.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was actually
okay.
I was gonna do the same. I was gonna open it up to the floor.
I was like, you gotta bring this back to y'all. I want to know who y'all at because like these might be people I want to hang out with. You know what I mean?
My CBPs are It's the Riddler, or D.
Okay. Yep.
Wonderful, wonderful human being. Love her to death. Actually got the chance to meet her in person. Because they came over for my birthday.
Oh yay.
So that was wonderful. The other one is Chaotic Darby. Darby is just
I've got the chance to play with Darby. Darby was fantastic to play
Darby's
with.
awesome. Sam DeLev is another one of my comfort blanket players. Will never. Sam is my nemesis, and I will never fail to romance Sam in a game if I get the chance. And yeah, AJ, Who's Your Kid, is another one. I got a couple.
I can keep mine short and sweet. Anybody knows Kingsguard? An old action play that I used to do on this channel, and the Stream Punks. That's it. if any of the players involved in Stream Punks or Kingsguard are at a table and I'm like, who all gonna be there? And their name pops up, I'm like, okay, I'll show up.
I feel
That's
that.
it.
Cool.
My CPT number one is a friend who goes by the name of Nin Biddens. Aw. Hey, yo, let's make CBP a thing, yo. Pass it on. I want to know everybody's CBP. We need to honor these folks. They're the ones that spread it out, so it's not a clique. Okay. Let's see. Was there anything else?
No, I think that's all for break. I have more chaos for me next time.
Yeah.
We got some shit lined up for you in the Dark Roast.
All right, everybody. We're going to take our first break. We're going to see you all in about 10 minutes. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
All right,
And we're back. And I remembered to unmute something that was muted, so now you should be able to hear everybody.
Yay. Yay, producing. So much fun.
So, welcome back to the second half of the show, which we lovingly call the Dark Roast, which is just more of the same. We just gave it a fancy title. What would you say that your signature move as a GM is? because you kind of answer what like your signature move as a player is. What would you say your signature GM move is?
I am uh I am able to bring uh scenes to, you know what? No, here's a better way to put it. The cliffhanger ending. I am a cliffhanger extraordinaire. I would say that a lot of my players would say the same for me. I know exactly when to leave on a cliffhanger, and I have that down to science. And I know how to push players just in the right direction to get me to a cliffhanger too. I don't make it feel forced. I make it feel like it was part of the story the whole time, even if I make the shit up.
That's always fun. I love that too. I getting the pacing just right on like a good cliffhanger is always a good uh fun time. Just
It's a
just hearing your players basically yell "fuck you"
uh-huh.
afterwards.
Oh, that's the best feeling. Absolutely. Tell me fuck you. I hate you.
How could
Oh,
you?
it's
Just
the
the
best.
betrayal is choice.
Oh, thank you, Jordan. That is very kind of you. Jordan says, I'd say perfect balance. Stipples does an amazing job building tension, but also making things very lighthearted when it needs to be, aka throwing Gritty in. Oh, yeah, I do that a lot. I'll change my background to Gritty in the middle of something that feels too heavy just to be like, what? Why is Gritty your background? Because reasons. I think this comes with like I'm
Sin.
wait, what?
I said the Gritty thing. The cliffhanger is mean, but Gritty, that's an unforgivable sin.
Yeah.
Listen, it's Philly. What do you want from me?
What?
I'm embracing the Philly culture.
Listen, all I can think of now, because you run vampire, is a Nosferatu in the Gritty suit.
Bruh. I like that. I like that.
Just someone who's equally as unhinged.
I'm thinking about that now. That's an idea. I have something. My games tend to lean towards unhinged though, so
All right, so I like that. I like that signature as a GM. Uh, we also have another segment here on the Dark Roast that we like to call TTRPG Confessionals. This is where you tell us something that you bring to the table that is maybe less than stellar. Maybe some might consider it a TTRPG sin, and we give you your penance, and then you go and sin no more. So we'll start with Anita, who's gonna show us how this is done. Anita, what's your TTRPG sin this week?
My TTRPG sin this week is. Ooh, it's good. Problem is I haven't been playing very much games lately, so I'm short on sin. Um, I I've mentioned this before. I'm terrible at prep and I'm terrible at note taking, and I need to get better at both. So I confess that I should be taking notes in this large interconnected Apocalypse Keys game that we have, where there are so many twists and turns. And I should be taking notes, but it's just what I'm remembering off the top of my noodle. Everybody, I got nothing. It's just what's being held in the brain pan, which is not much.
We've had this sin before, so the penance stands. You have to take elaborate notes for your next session. And that is how TTRPG Confessionals works. So,
Hey, Labria.
I knew mine as soon as you brought this up. I knew mine as soon as you brought this up.
Sin.
Buying more and more tabletop system books and collecting them, because Lord knows when I'm ever actually going to get to run them. And I spent a lot of money on them while I was at Gen Con, for sure. I definitely bought at least 4, 5, 10 books that I have no clue when I'm going to get to play. Like, at the very minimum, I'm looking at probably at 6 to 8 months down the line, potentially playing the things that I've spent hundreds of dollars on.
Okay, I got hit with this one. Why'd you have to pick such a relatable sin?
I just bought the MCDM one. I like the Kickstarter went up, and I was like, "Oh, here, take my money." And I'm like, "When are you going to do this, Amir? When? Tell me when you're going to get to play this game. Didn't you just buy Candela Obscura? Didn't you just buy all of Cyberpunk? When are you going to get to play these games? Didn't you buy Fabula Ultima? When are you... Then I'll just go sit in my corner for a little while."
Oh, this hurts, dude. All right, here is your penance. Fuck.
The penance that everyone's gonna have to deal with now.
Like, if I give this to you, I've got to do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. I hate this. All right, here it is. For every $500 you spend on systems, you have to run at least one shot in that group of 500.
Okay.
Every 500.
Okay.
I had to make it like a respectable number. Like,
it's still a lot for me.
It's a lot for me, motherfucker.
It's still a lot. I'm like, for every 500, I'm like, that's 1, 2. Okay, let's just move on. But yeah, I'll get one. Yeah.
Okay. Now we come down to me, and I listen. I am an honorable man, so I will be transparent. I did not do my penance this last week or the week before.
Why?
I know, because there's an individual who comes and watches the show that I was talking about and leaves YouTube comments that I have successfully done my penance. Now, let me explain the backstory here. My sin from 2 weeks ago that they are on me about is that I said that I am very much one of the people that shouts, "Romance me, you cowards." But then, like, I don't actually do the romance thing.
And you hide from it?
Yeah, I kind of run from it. And the reason that this was a sin was because a particular player, we were discussing, it was like, man, maybe it'll be a thing that happens. And, like, I was like, cool. And, like, they zigged, and then I sang. And I felt bad about that. So my penance was to act on the romance thing. And I have not. There have been hits in subtle moments, and I think the GM also caught wind of what was happening, so they started getting in on it. Which is making it harder for your boy to run. But I run fast, though. So I will say that my sin for this week is the ongoing sent from 3 weeks ago. But Monday is our last episode. So this is literally the last shot I got fulfilling this penance.
You gotta make
Do
it
it.
count.
Don't be a coward.
Or
Make love.
Or is it because we're gonna do other shows on the channel? So why don't I just
Nope.
to the next?
Nope.
You know what? How fulfilling will it be to just have it at the end, right? Or we can start a brand new series.
No, you gotta walk into the light at the end of the show. Let's go. Holding hands.
Yes, whooping my ass right now. What is it about this topic? People are just like, they get real interactive.
I just had this conversation with Ben a little bit ago because Ben posted about this like on Twitter, and I was like, yo, let's get in the game together. I will absolutely be the slut you need in your life in a game because I will play a slutty character. I will be the one to be the romance one. I will play slutty. I can also play the absolute perfect gentleman. I know how to do the wine and dine in the game if you want that in your life. I also know how to pull your hair and say, make you call me daddy. If that's what you want, I can bring that to a game.
See,
I don't have to have that, but I can do that.
I don't got that skill. Like, listen, my characters have as much game as I do, which is none. That's why I buy so many games, hoping that maybe game will come. I don't. Do you know how many people have to tell me, hey, that person was just flirting with you? And I'm like, nah, they were just talking. It works. Because, so, here's... Alright, I would just be honest. I would just be so honest with y'all. Here's the problem with this character in this game, which was earlier in the season. Me and another player was just like, hey, it kind of feels like these two characters dated at some point. And I was like, oh, okay. And we just kind of played into that. I thought that it was that they dated. And so me and another player just like, hey, it'd be kind of cool if these characters dated. I'm like, oh, okay.
See, this is where it comes in handy that I'm very good at reading people. Like, I will say it's like one of my actual people skills, which is why I've been good at sales, all kinds of different people service jobs. I'm very good at reading them. And so when I read someone who's like, I don't understand romance in a game, I will absolutely be the player character that writes down on a piece of paper, do you want to date me? Check this box for yes, check this box for no, and then hand it to someone. I want to make this obvious for you.
In real life, because I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. I took AP stupid in high school.
No.
I don't get it. So when people are just like, hey, I think our characters have a thing, I'm like, that is awesome. I will follow your cues. And I don't see the cues at all.
You see, I've been married for closing in on 10 years now, right? And I'm like, oh, I still want to make sure that I know what I'm doing. Like, my wife is obviously going to put up with my random shenanigans, my flirting, my being semi-awkward or not so awkward and sometimes very smooth, with basically the same results because she's been with me so long, she's kind of tired of it. So in tabletop games, I'm like, here's a chance to do this as a character outside of myself and see what shit still sticks. And obviously, I only do this in games where people want this. I am not the type of person to throw that into a game where people are like, nah, we ain't doing that. But yeah, that's my sort of thing. I'm like, oh yeah, I still got it. I still got it.
I need a TTRPG romance guru.
I'm going to run Hitch, the TTRPG.
Yes.
I'll run Hitch, the TTRPG. I think that's what I have to do next. This is what it's going to have to be. Oh, yeah.
It's just like your character has fucking, what's it called? Expertise at perception and persuasion.
Insights.
God.
You gotta get
Your
those
performance,
extra ranks
you
and
can't
insights.
do this for performance. No, I don't care how good your role is.
What,
No
the
one wants
shopping
to
cart
see
is not
that.
good?
No. Oh.
Oh god, what I would give for just somebody who goes around playing like the counselor that teaches like the fucking nerdy paladin how to like just use them out. Like, no, I can't do it. It's too scary. I literally saw you jump into the mouth of a red dragon and stab it in the brain. Yeah. I did that for my god, but asking them out would be scary. Like, what the fuck?
You've
Now
got a
I'm
20 in
thinking of-
charisma.
But I got
Use
a
it.
20 in awkward too.
Yeah, they don't tell you that awkward counteracts.
I mean, if you're charismatic, you could, like, all it is force of personality, and awkward is a personality.
Absolutely a personality.
Mentally,
I played that awkward Bart before because I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Mentalabia says, my additional penance is to play Starcross. I don't know what that is, but
I want to play Starcross. Oh God, no! We're playing Starcross, Lamia? No.
if you can find somebody for me to play with, I'll
Oh my God,
take that penance on.
that's fantastic.
Starcross.
Starcross, you gotta play in person because it's a Jenga block table. But oh my God, yes. Oh.
Well, we tried.
It's a two-player game too, so you get to play it with someone you love, or don't.
Or no.
I don't know what I think this game is, but like,
Oh, there's a Roll20 version? I did not know that.
alright, y'all find me somebody to play with, and I'll fucking play with them. Fucking bring it on. I ain't scared of shit.
And you avoided your penance, though.
I didn't avoid Lixie. It just didn't fit into the narrative at the
Uh-huh. Sure. Oh, look at that. You getting called out. You getting called out, Noah.
I will also
You
say
can
we
call
got
out.
our Apocalypse Keys game too, if you want another game where you could romance someone.
There you go.
Yeah, but like the problem is
The justification.
Right? Excuses came out like it was a pause and then excuse.
I'm literally playing Judas. I'm a betrayer. That's my whole thing. I betray people. I can't
Betrayers need love too.
Yeah, but then I'm gonna fucking cheat on you.
Levi in chat is saying that you have a couple Joe has a couple options.
Oh, really? Really? What options does Joe have?
Literally the entire party.
Joe literally.
The whole party is like, I mean, and you're like, no.
Joe is a slut. He's not gonna lock it down for anybody. He just had an orgy with a centaur and the Mothman. He is busy.
It was a Sasquatch. Thank you very much. It was a daddy Sasquatch. Daddy Sasquatch, the Mothman, an alien, gray alien from Area 51. The potential big bad was watching.
This is something. Wow.
And there was a flesh pedestrian as well.
This is the kind of shit you only get in tabletop. I love this so much. This is the kind of stuff that I try to tell people. They're like, what do you do in tabletop? And I try to explain shit like this, and they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, I definitely romanced the space goo. Like, it just sort of happened.
Sometimes these things escalate.
Well, you know that I like to follow for my characters the rules of musicals, where like if the emotions build up too much in a musical, that's when people start singing. But for me, it's like when the emotions build up for a character too much, something weird happens, or I have them do something strange. And with Joe, Joe started to feel emotional because they're bonding with the party and stuff, and so he hopped on a bar stool and said, "Form 2 lines, and we're gonna see who's coming to my house for an orgy." And then he started. It's less cool.
All the players every player built an NPC to potentially seduce Joe. I built Daddy Sasquatch.
Amazing. So opportunity was knocking.
That was actually my penance. Was to make a daddy character, and I did it.
Oh, yeah,
so somebody at this table failing.
Listen, I held up my end of the bargain.
I don't know what we're talking about.
I'm gonna post my penance. It's going to happen. I'm going to do it. I will find time to run at least one of these games, at least a one shot in one of these.
And I'm going to smooch a character. I'm gonna do my penance. But it has to be the right side.
I mean, you can't hurry love.
It's gotta fit into the narrative.
You can't hurry love. You just gotta wait.
And it looks like the narrative is trying to feed into you.
Sometimes.
I mean, GFC is around the corner. What's GFC? I'm dumb. I don't know. I told y'all I took AP Stupid.
Games for Change.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but I'm down. I'm down. Listen, I'm not scared of a game called Starcross. Wait, like Starcross Lovers. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, yes. That's why it's 2-player. Oh.
Tower Falls, your characters act on their forbidden desires, baby.
But they never managed to actually get together in Starcross. It is all just a sad romance.
So I can handle that.
Can you?
Yeah, I can handle that.
I am so convinced right now. You tell how convinced I am. Incredibly so.
Listen, I got this on lock. I will play the hell out of Starcross. But, he just, unfortunately, it's a Jenga game, so you can't do it online, so.
I mean, there's the...
Did you see the chat? Did you see the chat?
Oh, the chat's figured this out. Morshani has
chat has already figured out logistics.
Has an Excel spreadsheet that mimics the Jenga tower. There's a Roll20 version. Also, on Tabletop Sim, there is that tumbling tower as well. It's you use the flick instead of the pull.
Well, I mean, it's like, I will come to you.
Well, first off, we've got to hang out just in general. But, I mean, one, who would come in to watch that? We have a full lineup on this channel already. So, it's like, there's nowhere we can
I'm going to say that as of next week, we're officially going to start looking for new shows for the season. So.
It's a one-off, so we can't do a one-off.
We got lots of space. We got lots of time. We got your show's also ending after next week, so Mondays are free for you.
Getting called out, fam. This is just happening.
Whooping my ass in the quote retweets. I mean, also like, who would want to play a game like that with me? Like nobody. So like, we can't do it. Let's move on to the next segment. You have the time to watch the Jesus is Sphinx. I have to listen. God, the Sphinx talk. All right. Well, I mean, let's fucking go.
Lamia just said I volunteer.
Lamia's volunteering. They're
This
sending
is
me
done.
an email.
What? Who came up with this stupid ass penance thing?
Actually, it was you.
I know. Shut up.
That
I
Catholic
was
guilt
just saying,
hits hard,
probably
doesn't
your
it?
ass. I don't know for sure, but my guess is that's probably a you thing.
What's the next? Oh, the next segment. I know what it is. It's Petty Pride Time. Petty Pride Time is where we. I can't even fucking talk right now.
If you want to subtweet in real life, feel free to do so. I can start off. My petty prime time is actually a petty affirmation. Hey, you know that game that you're like, I really like this and I think it has legs and maybe I want to take it to Kickstarter? Do it. Take it to Kickstarter. It can't be any worse than some of the stuff that I've seen.
Jeez.
Bruh.
Take it to Kickstarter. Take your idea to Kickstarter.
You ain't wrong.
I've got it. Okay, go for it.
No. Go ahead.
All right, here's mine. I'll try to make it quick. You know, there's been a big hoopla about plagiarism on YouTube and the like, and maybe if motherfuckers were so insistent on getting their essays and their insight and their information from white mask presenting individuals, y'all wouldn't be duped so often when shit like this happens. Just saying. That's mine.
All right, let's switch it up to video games for a hot second. The Video Game Awards. Fuck is y'all doing? Like, that shit was terrible. It was terrible. I watched most of that while playing a tabletop RPG game, and it was some shit. The fact that you're announcing multiple awards for people who worked their fucking asses off for things, and the time it took me to take a sip of my drink, get the fuck out of here. Don't be that clown ass E3 that we don't want to see again. Make the show fucking relevant. Let the people who make the games talk. I think Chris Judge is dope, but having him up there clowning on developers on some shit that they had to put out in no time, and they had a bunch of layoffs. Nah, stop making clowns of yourself. Get your shit together. However, I'm not posting that on Twitter because that would be a hot take that people would instantly have so many stupid reactions to that I don't want to deal with. I don't want to get blown up for that. But I said what I said.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag in if I can. You talk to the Video Game Awards. I'm gonna talk to the viewers. I've already said this on Twitter, so it's not really a subtweet. I'm just reinforcing it. Spider-Man was never. Listen to me.
Never.
It was never gonna beat Baldur's Gate in anything at all. And that doesn't mean that Spider-Man is not a good game. It's a great game. It's a fantastic game, but it is not fucking with Baldur's Gate.
Or Alan Wake 2. I'm sorry. It's just not on those levels. It's just not. And I love the game. It's just not on the level. Period.
Y'all gotta stop.
Get over it.
You got cope.
I don't want to hear your whining no more.
If Spider-Man wanted a chance at being Game of the Year, then they should have put in co-op. Boom, there, I'm done. They didn't want it bad enough. Baldur's Gate wanted it so bad they were in beta for years.
Levi, we're not watching the Game Awards for Timothy Chalamet.
Listen, I don't got a problem with Timothy Chalamet. I don't. But what the fuck?
This is an old grudge.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I don't understand.
Shalamu.
Damn. What he do to you?
He looks like a sick Victorian boy.
They called him Twonka. When they called him Twonka, I cracked up because I instantly knew it was Twink Willy Wonka, and I just broke. I broke. I was like, this is the thing that people are doing on the internet. Twonka? Bruh. I'm gone. Damn.
I listen, it's not even his fault. I'm sure he's a cool ass dude, but Timothy Chalamet looks like somebody put into a computer all the characters that white girls crush on fucking Tumblr and just fucking me. Like you got.
Oh, you're so right, though.
You dye this motherfucker's hair white, and guess what? You got a stereo right there.
You're so right.
The fuck his hair brown? He looks like the first evolution of Benedict Cumbersoup.
The baby form.
Wow.
He looks like he could be easily killed by some readily curable Victorian era disease with a cute name like dropsy.
Oh.
And what's sad is every time he's on SNL, he's fucking hilarious. I'm sure he's a cool ass dude. That doesn't stop him from looking like model default face one in every fucking video game I play. Oh, Twonka. I had a pocket for that. Oh.
I didn't come up with it. I just saw it on the internet, and I was just done. I was done. I was like, why do I instantly get this? And why is it so funny to me?
Chalamet, Hiddleston, Cumberbatch is a normal fairy evolution line.
Yo. Talking about out-of-pocket internet. God damn.
God, Levi. God damn it, Levi.
Screenshotting that one.
my Chalamet's about to evolve. Oh, shit. I don't even know where to go from there. I just want to get evolution music in my head.
Somebody hit me.
Wow.
I love this so much.
Levi goes, I don't know what's in my coffee this morning, but I'm on fire. You fucking broke the show right now. God damn it.
That was very good. Very fucking good.
Okay.
Tears.
We should move on to the next.
I'm still trying to recover from that. Go ahead, yeah.
I'm trying. It's so fucking hard, dude.
Well, it's a good thing it's time for our next segment because it's the big one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If you have been in the tabletop space for long enough, chances are you've had the displeasure of dealing with a that guy. A that guy is a veritable black hole of fun. Someone, if they were absolutely tossed into the sun, your enjoyment of the table would increase probably 100-fold. So, Dimples, have you had the displeasure of dealing with a that guy, and can you tell us the story?
Sure. Since I know this won't get spread out to the people that are involved, I feel very
Listen, you can be as light on the details as you want. You
Oh,
can change
no.
names can be changed to protect the innocent or the
Shameless.
guilty.
I won't say names. I'll just tell the story. So my first home game that I had was with my wife, a few friends, and we had decided we were going to play D&D and use the Ack Inc. Adventure book. So friends were there. Another friend's sister joined in, who ended up being the girlfriend, was one of the players at the table. those three, friend, and then the friend's sister all end up being like a group that knew each other, and then it was me and my wife. So we were playing for a while. One friend was playing edgy barbarian boy, yada yada yada, which I was sort of annoyed by at the start, and it just got sort of worse as it went. Uh, but the problems started to happen when I found out that that friend who was playing the edgy barbarian boy and was not part of the couple, which my other two friends, uh, decided that he liked the one girl, the other two friends. And that became a thing. And by thing, I mean an annoying thing that splintered the table because it was a constant, weird, awkward, flirting thing that no one liked. And I was not as capable of dealing with at the time as I am now. I have definitely learned how to deal with these things better since then. But then, even after the other two had broke up, we were still running the table. Everybody was so cool. He made it more awkward because the flirting became more of a thing now that the other friends were broke up. And then it just eventually splintered our table into. So don't be that guy. If someone turns you down and rejects you, be fucking cool. Because if you make it awkward and you make it annoying, no one is going to want to do anything with you. Point blank, period. You're going to get kicked away from tables. You're going to lose friends. And you're going to look like an asshole. Don't be that guy.
I feel so bad for the players that are on the receiving end of unwanted flirting. That's gotta be the absolute fucking worst.
It's happening in game and out of game.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, come, dude! No.
Read the room and read the table.
And you're trying to hook up with the girl that just broke up with one of your best friends. What is wrong with you?
That's grimy. That's grimy on several levels. That's grimy on several fucking levels.
Yeah.
And it's happening at my table.
I had one of those. I had a Shadowrun GM that believed that he had dibs on any femme person after they were single.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
After I had broken up with my first ex and moved into my own place, he showed up with a bottle of wine and his Mac to watch some shows. And the guy didn't drink. And the wine was not very good.
Well, first off, honestly, I think we need to make it official. If you believe in the concept of dibs,
yeah,
you ain't an adult.
Not a good person. First off, dibs is a little too close to slavery for my liking.
This was the same person that after I told him to back off, he called the partner that I had hooked up with afterwards a slur. So showed his true colors pretty quick.
God damn.
Yeah. It's always dudes too. Particularly white dudes. I'm not gonna lie, it's particularly white dudes.
You were correct on the color, yes.
You didn't have to tell us because you already told us.
I know, but just why though? Why?
That was basically about it. That was about thanks for the wine and watching Sarah Silverman show with me, dude. Bye. Have a good afternoon.
Peace out.
Well, that's one of my favorite things, seeing how long it takes for a white person to get mad enough to slur. 'Cause, like,
I'm laughing because that's also a thing that I'm like,
this is a joke. It's probably inappropriate, but fucking like when white celebrities die, if they died without scandal, especially a racist scandal, like in my mind, there's an umpire that's like safe. Like they did it. They made it all the way through without getting caught.
give him that clap like that Rock meme where he's in the crowd. And he's like,
But you gotta give it a couple of weeks though, because like every now and then it's just like after they die, that's when the stories start coming out. But after like maybe 2 weeks, if there's no stories, safe.
We got the grace period.
Like when Betty White passed, God bless. Bro, I was so scared those couple of days afterwards. I'm like,
you're waiting for something? Yeah.
Gotta wait for that other penny to drop.
It's hard to not, because it happens so often. You're just like, well, here we go.
Like there's a certain group of white folks where like there's a certain amount of white people that if it turns out that they were racist, it will actually break my heart. Like
Hurt you a little bit, yeah.
I've got like my shielding up for like 90% of white folks, but there's still that 10% where it's just like if I found out that Mr. Rogers looks like, you know, fuck these black people, like that would hurt.
That would, yeah, because it'd be shocking. Because all of the info that's been put out there is like, nah, Mr. Rogers was cool as fuck, and then that would just be like, oh no, Lord, no, don't do that to me.
God.
Anybody else?
Like for me, Tom Hanks is on that list. Listen, I don't want to find out Forrest Gump was like racist. Well, actually, there are plenty of moments in that movie that are just like wild, but still.
Yeah. But you know, if Tom Hanks is racist, that would explain a lot about Chet Hanks. I'm not gonna lie, it would explain so much. It would explain so much about Chet. Because I don't have answers right now on how that would happen without Tom Hanks being racist. Like, how do you end up with Chet?
Well, first by naming your kid Chet.
I'm gonna spit my water out.
I mean,
You're not real off your.
Jesus Christ.
a little bit of a foregone conclusion when you name your kid
Not wrong.
Chet.
I let myself forget about Chet, and now I've remembered. Shit.
I just remember seeing him, like, last thing I think I saw him in was an episode of this last season of Atlanta, I think. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, of course this is how you use Chet Hanks.
There's a 10-year grace period on white guy history. After that, they're clear.
I think I remember that episode. That's the same one that had Liam Neeson in it, I think. And
I think so. Yeah. Because he's at the funeral.
Yeah, that's another white person that when I found out that they were a little suspect,
Lamia, I'm sorry.
I'm like, not Qui-Gon Jinn. You motherfuckers make Qui-Gon Jinn racist. He trained Obi-Wan, you motherfuckers. Nah,
God damn it.
Obi-Wan. My black ass father is Jack. No way.
They did it twice.
No way.
I mean, Chester is the full name, but like,
Chesterfield.
I'd rather be called Chet than Chester. Like, I'll be honest with you. Don't call me Chester.
He only calls me Chester if I'm dangerously cheesy.
God damn it. You know, it's funny. I work my job outside of tabletop stuff is working with student workers. And if I that's the kind of thing that I would bring up to them and just watch them stare at me blank face, like, what does that mean? And I'm just like, are those commercials that old? And then I Google them and I'm like, fuck.
Let me. Did they stop being dangerously cheap? When was the last Chester Cheeto commercial?
Dangerously Cheesy's got on my dating profile.
It called me Chester Cheetah because I'm dangerously cheesy.
That kid's right.
Yeah, you start looking up commercials and stuff, and you're just like, whoo, ooh, no, yeah, I am. Yep, I am that old. Yep, that's how old I am.
93, dog. How long ago was 1993?
1993 was 30 years ago.
Shut the fuck up.
It's
One of my student
2023.
workers hit me with the, well, you were born in the 1900s, and I go,
Yeah, nothing kills my soul more than when I get asked for ID. They look at it, say, "Okay, it's a 19," and then hand it back to me.
yeah, because that's all I have to see now.
Yeah.
You're just like, yep. Ooh. Hit me with that. You must be born in the 1900s. And I was like, you weren't? Oh, you weren't. Shit, no.
If it says a 20, they had to do a little bit more work. But if it says 19, you're clear.
Yeah.
I'd be fucked up. I don't know what to do. I don't even know what to do with that. It's just like,
You just broke everybody.
another one got me with the, you're old enough, you and my mom are the same age. That one murdered me.
Oh.
I was like,
Ugh.
you're a college student. Oh Lord, you're right. Oh Lord.
There are people in their, like, that have graduated college that were born in 2000.
I am old enough to have a college student.
Oh. Yo, like,
Yeah.
the future is supposed to be so much better than this. What the fuck? We don't even got fucking jetpacks yet.
Listen,
Where
we
is
can barely
my
handle 2
fucking
dimensions. Let's not add a
hoverboard?
third.
You're not wrong, but still.
Our hoverboards are just skateboards for lazy people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just segways without the pole.
I am that lazy person. Give me my hoverboard.
This future sucks, bro.
Right?
I think everybody's broken right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This is what
So
happens. It happens to me a lot.
So let's lighten the mood a little bit, because I think it's about time for one of our last segments, which is the community spotlight. If there's someone that you want to shout out in the tabletop space that you think could use a little bit of shine and love, send us, just let us know, and we'll send people their way.
I know that this is a bit of self-promo, but over on D&D Jordan Lee's channel is a great group of people who play a game called Ampistrano. We do it every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. The whole crew over there, Jordan, Fair, Sin, Robo Goblin, all are fantastic people to play with. If you get the opportunity to hang out and play with any of those people, you should absolutely do it because they're wonderful. They've been incredibly welcoming to me since I joined. It's only been, I don't know, 3-4 weeks. But you should absolutely, hang out with us, come see the show, and say hello to people. And if you get the chance to play at a table with them, you should do it.
That sounds like somebody I would very much love to have on this show as well.
Yes.
I have to do something. Who else you got?
That was literally like a whole cast of people. April Ray Gunn, D&D Jordan Lee, TTRPGs or Robo Goblin, Bear, and Senziak. All of them. All.
Yeah, making sure to get all of their info. Go follow these people. People.
Here,
Oh.
let me throw the Amphistrano Twitter account on there. Because they got pinned, all those lovely folks.
Yeah.
Noir, do you have anybody you want to spotlight this week?
No, I hate everybody. No kidding.
That's fair.
Let's see.
It's valid.
Do I have any? Ooh, hmm. You know, hold on. I think you vamp until I find.
I mean, I can toss in some more stuff because
Yeah,
like
do it. Toss if you have anything else you want to shout out. Shout it out.
yeah. Let me hype up the people over at Maychan Press.
Yeah.
I hyped them up because they were incredibly kind to me over at Gen Con and at PAX Unplugged. I'm playing one of their classes in this game, but not in these next couple of sessions. Don't get confused about that. But the captain is from Vecna Spire Secrets, which they just put out recently. You can get the book now. They're fantastic. Their supplements are fantastic. You should absolutely buy their stuff because they're wonderful.
Hell yeah.
All right, I'm ready. All right, so first off, anybody who leaves comments on YouTube VODs of actual plays, bless you, bless you, bless you. I cannot tell you how much that means. And so I'm going to shout out some folks that have done just that. So, Sergi Lyric, Sarcasm6669, 04th, thank you so much for all the love that you leave on the work that we do on Alt Haven, and of course, lastly, but certainly not leastly, Griffin Des. Thank you so much for your comments as well. If when this comes out, I hope that you guys leave comments on this VOD as well, letting us know what you think, for good or bad. But that's my community spotlight. Away.
My community spotlight goes to the wonderful Sarah Roberts, aka the Hype Goblin, who's just a fantastic dungeon master, games master, and like all over like really cool, real cool person. And another one goes to
Happy birthday, Hype Goblin!
Yeah, it was her
Happy birthday! It is. I hope you feel better.
Yes. Happy birthday! Happy Hype Goblin Day. Feel better. And another one goes to Simon from Indoor Adventures. Wonderful role player, very cool voice actor, and like just a good scene partner all around. And basically, it's just gonna go to everybody that's on Indoor Adventures channel on Sundays. Noir is on that game and is awesome. I hear, and also. Sir Heckalot is just a really cool person, and has put up with my hey, you're about to be a vet, can I ask you questions about my cat, DMs more than once, which is wonderful. And Levi in chat is also very cool, because Levi likes to leave cool comments and things. Other than that, I think that about wraps it up for today. Unless, do you have another section for us, Noir? Or are we...
Nah.
Awesome. Well, that's been this episode of Morning Ritual. Thank you all so much for joining us. And
thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Why don't we all go and just tell everybody where we can be found, and we all get the heck out of here. We'll start with our guest. Dimples, where can you be found?
Hello, everyone. I'm Dimples and Dice. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Dimples and Dice. I am on Twitter, X, whatever the hell you want to call it, Blue Sky, Threads, yada, yada, yada. I also have a Twitch channel. I haven't streamed on there in a while, but, you know, I'm going to be coming back with stuff over there or over on my sister station, Rolling D's 20s. It is spelled like it sounds, rolling D20s. And you can find me on Wednesday nights around 8:30 or 8 p.m. Eastern over on Laugh Love Lindy's channel. I'm playing a Call of Cthulhu campaign called Under the Land of Fire. And then on Saturdays, you can find me over on D&D Jordan Lee's channel for Ampistrano. That is at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Outside of that, yeah, just follow my tweets or Blue Sky stuff. That's where all of my new stuff that's happening is. And yeah, thanks again to everyone for coming to see me and stuff that's happening. And if you see me in a place like PAX or Gen Con or whatever other convention I show up and you want to say hello, just yell the word moist. It will absolutely get my attention and make people cringe, which is exactly what I want.
Noir, where can you be found?
I can't. Fuck off. No, you can find me every Monday over on Althaven for, wow, actually, this is going to be the finale of Legacy of Silver Creek. I'm returning from the moon after having just mind melded with an AI to fight an evil AI to protect my home full of dinosaurs. See if I smooch someone in the midst of all that.
Hell yeah.
We go. Also, you can find
Listen,
me
like, dramatic moment before the final battle, tensions are high. You confront the person that you care about and you give them a smooch because you don't know if you're going to make it out alive. That is some RP gold right there.
That is what the people want.
That is what the people are demanding.
Fuck the people. I am the
Goddamn.
That's the good shit.
Fuck them people.
I don't know the motherfuckers. No, well, yeah, if you want to see if that happens, tune in on Monday at 8 Eastern. I don't fucking know.
9
But check it
Eastern.
out. 9 p.m. Eastern. Come see if I smooch somebody. I don't know. On Friday, you can find me over on Gen Con for Table Takes, where we talk about all the latest news happening in the TTRPG space. And then, of course, you can find me here every Saturday morning for Morning Ritual. Our next guest is...
Our next guest is actually going to be Andre Rivera from the
Oh,
Animals.
Rivera art. Cool.
Yeah.
So that'll be a fun one.
Also, Sphinx is saying you could smooch a dino, technically.
I could smooch Kimmy, my dino. I haven't seen her in like 4 or 5 episodes. Oh, you just gave me a workaround. I'm gonna fulfill my penance. Fuck all of you.
You cheap bastard.
I said
You
NPC or
motherfucker.
NPC with consent or PC with consent. Can a dinosaur consent to being smooched? That is the question, y'all. Is it a penance if it's a workaround? I guess that's...
specializes in communicating with dinosaurs. If anybody were to be able to determine whether the dinosaur consents to a little smooch on the forehead, it would be this character. He's perfectly situated for this workaround. Fuck all of you. I won!
I am your
Wow.
other host, Anita. You can find me everywhere at Panita. You can also find me here at Critical Misses. We're going to start getting signups for shows underway for the next season of the channel. You can also find me Sundays over on Indoor Adventures channel for our Apocalypse Keys games, where Noir has had an orgy but has refused to smooch any of us. And what just happened?
But keep going.
Okay. You can also find me Tuesdays over on Modifius's channel. I can't look at you right now.
How about now?
That's even worse.
Finish the thing, Anita.
I hate this. And you can also find me here for Saturdays for morning ritual.
That's fucking terrible.
That's it. That's all. That's me. We're gonna go on a raid. We're raiding someone. Let's find out who's online that could use a little bit of love right now. This is bad.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
It's oh god. I opened up Twitch. Ah!
What happened? We're just doing a show here.
I hate it.
Sam's live.
Yeah, let's go say hi to my comfort player. Let's go say hi, my comfort blanket player, Sam Delev. They'll save me from all of this. Thank you all so much for stopping by and hanging out with us today. But until next time, God, I looked again. The ritual
No,
has
he's doing it.
concluded.
Stop it.
The ritual has concluded.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody.